Hi, this is Lorraine at Flow Heart Yoga and Pilates, and I'm going to take you through a beginner's yoga flow. Ideal for anyone, no matter your fitness, your strength, your mobility, your flexibility or your mindset. Just follow along in your own pace. Listen to the cues and the alignment. If you do feel any pain, sharp pain, shooting pains at any time during the exercise, just stop and wait to move on to the next exercise. And maybe it's something that you can message us about and I can help you with, or maybe even refer you to a physio if this is your first time doing yoga. Okay, let's get started. We're going to get started with our feet just right together, not totally together, but just close. Let's just raise our toes up and place them back down. Just raise them back up and let them come down. Just feel all corners and sides of your feet here, thinking about grounding into the floor. And raising up those toes again and just letting them come down nice and relaxed. Next, we're going to take our arms up to the ceiling, looking between our palms. Palms are together. Taking a big inhalation. Exhale. We're going to make a little pistol grip here with our fingers, and we're going to take our eye gaze straight forward with our biceps just behind our ears, or as far as is comfortable with your mobility to you. We're going to try and push our hips slightly forward and our chest is nice and open. And we're just going to take a nice dip to the left hand side here, feeling a nice stretch on the right hand side, pushing the hips outwards as we go, taking a big inhale, exhale, coming back to center nice and gentle, taking it down to the right here, feeling that nice stretch in the left hand side, keeping those biceps close to the ear, keeping the palms together, the fingers pointed. Inhale, exhale. Do that a couple more times. Let's go to the right. Inhale, exhale, and again to the right. Inhale, exhale. Okay, we're going to take ourselves to the front of the mat and we're going to run through a sun salutation, which is a very standard flow within our yoga practice. We're going to start at the top of our mat. I like to have my feet a little bit farther apart. Some practitioners like to have them together, whatever is comfortable for you, for your body and your flexibility. So first of all, we're going to take our arms nice and wide up to the top, looking through the palms, making sure that we're not tipping the pelvis out. We're tucking it nice and under, getting a nice feeling in the glutes, slightly engaged, the abdominal muscles nicely tucked in but not squeezed too tightly. And we're going to take our hands down to heart center and we're going to fold from the hips all the way down, bending our knees if we need to. I need to because I have lower back issues. Placing the palms on the floor. Let's just dangle the neck. So let's just get it nice, a few nods, a few lefts, a few rights, a few twists and turns. Just getting a nice stretch there. If we can, let's take a bend and then a stretch so we can lengthen through the back of the hamstrings here. Thinking about if you're rocking backwards or rocking forwards, try and do that a couple of times. And then just notice if you can come somewhere in between the middle. We'll be looking for our hips to be directly above our heels here. We can do a few twists and turns, holding onto our elbows, a little bit of a rock, side to side, up and down. Feeling a nice stretch in the back here. We're going to place our palms just in front of our feet or the side of our feet. We're going to make sure that we've got a gap in between those fingers. Middle finger is facing the front, roughly about shoulder width distance. So your hands directly underneath your shoulders here. And we're going to take a nice big long step back with our right leg and then with our left leg. We're now in what we call a plank position. We're going to drop our knees. Take a big inhale. I'm going to keep the elbows here down to the side as we bring the chest down to the floor. And then the chin, and we're going to roll forward, untuck our toes. Elbows are nicely tucked into the side of the body as we take a look up for our upward dog. Inhale, exhale. Let's reverse that movement, pushing up, keeping those elbows in nice and tight, coming back up into our downward dog. Now, downward dog position, we want to make sure that our feet are roughly about the same width distance, and our arms, our fingers are pressing into the mat here. So we've got a slight bend in the knuckles, and that our elbow creases are facing each other. The next thing that we want to be looking at is our pelvis. So we want to be shooting that towards the ceiling, pressing the mat away, and then lengthening the heels down towards the floor. Let's take a big inhalation and exhale. We'll take our right foot up to the sky and bring it in close to the chest all the way as we rock ourselves forward, placing the foot by the side of the right hand. Let's bend into that right knee and bring the left foot down to the bottom. Let's hang here. We're going to take a halfway lift. So coming up halfway, hands can be on the shins, they can be on the floor. We want to be looking for a flat back, keeping the chin nice and in so we've got an elongation through the back of the neck here. This is called our halfway. And let's fold again. Forward fold, inhale, bending the knees slightly. Let's come all the way up, arms out wide, palms together, look towards the ceiling. Inhale, as we come back down again. Forward fold. Halfway lift, flat back, nice length in the neck. Hands down on the floor. This time let's take our left leg back first. And then our right leg back into our plank. Taking the knees down, taking the chin down, elbows are in close to the side, chest, knees, chest, chin. Upward dog, unfold the feet, looking up as far as we can. Tucking those toes under, coming back onto the knees, into our downward dog. I want to run through this just a little bit quicker this time. Let's get a little bit of pace in our flow. Try and focus and concentrate on this beautiful sun salutation. So let's take our right leg to the sky again, folding it all the way forwards. Left leg comes next. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rising up, palms together. Forward fold. Halfway. Forward fold. We're doing right leg back this time. Left leg back. Into our plank. If you're feeling like you can go down all the way, you can tuck those elbows in and we come far down, as far as here, so the elbows don't come all the way down. Untuck the feet as we come into our full upward dog. You'll notice that my thighs are off the floor, pressing into the feet, pushing out through the palms and the heels of the hand, feeling a nice opening in the upper chest. Inhale, untuck the feet, coming back into our downward dog. Inhale, exhale, taking our right leg forward, left leg forward, halfway lift, forward fold, bend the knees, rise up high, fold it forward, halfway lift, palms to the floor, our left leg back, and then our right into our plank, going to bring the knees down this time. Chest comes down first, rocking forward as we come into our upward dog. Inhale, coming back into our downward dog. Left leg goes to the sky, bringing it in nice and close as we roll forward. Left foot forward, right foot next to the left. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Take it high. Arms above the head. Palms to heart center. Inhale. Exhale. Just stay where you are on the mat. I'm just going to come into a chair pose and show you what our chair pose is. So staying at the front of the mat, we're going to be taking our feet are exactly where they were before. All we're going to be doing is we're going to be bending our knees. Okay, so we're looking that the knees do not go over the toes, which would be that movement. It's the bottom that comes out. So the bottom is shooting backwards. A slight curve in the lumbar spine there, not a big one, and not an extension, so a little bit of a curve. I'm going to take both hands up as far as we can. If that's too much and too strong for you today, just bring the arms to the side, onto the knees, onto the chest, whatever is comfortable for you. Can we look towards the ceiling? Can we squat that little bit further down? Bend those legs. Let's take the hands to the floor, straighten the legs, halfway lift, forward fold, bring it up, palms together, eye gaze to the ceiling, palms are down, forward fold, halfway lift, forward fold, palms to the ceiling. Let's take that right leg back, then our left into our plank. Let's go knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga. Full chaturanga, leaning forward, elbows into the side. We don't go all the way down, just as high as the elbows. Untucking the feet, thighs are off the floor, pushing, opening through the chest, eye gaze to the ceiling. And let's reverse, untuck the toes, coming into our downward dog again. Right leg high, tucking it in as far as we can, all the way as we rock forward. Right leg placed, left leg comes to the side, forward fold, halfway, forward fold, bend the knees, take it high, palms together. Let's take a big inhalation, exhale, let's fold it forward. Halfway. Inhale, forward fold. Left leg, let's place it back. Exhale, place the right leg back. Coming into our chaturanga here, however you want. Knees, chest, chin, up towards the ceiling. Hold. Inhale, exhale into our downward dog. Left leg comes high, tucking it in all the way to the front. Right leg comes forward, forward fold, halfway lift, forward fold, take it high, arms together, palms together. Let's come into our chair pose, bending the knees, the bottom goes out, eye gaze to the ceiling, arms towards the ceiling, as high as we can, making sure we're not over-tucking that pelvis. If we go any lower, keeping it here for 2 breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, forward fold. Halfway. Palms to the floor. Let's take that right leg back. This time we're going to take a little bit of a curve in that right leg, so just tilting it about halfway, 45 degrees. We're going to try and keep our hips as facing forward as we can. So whatever is in your mobility and in your range, you can move it wherever you need to, depending on how flexible you are. In this position, we're going to bend into that left leg. We're going to bring both arms parallel and forward. And we're going to come into our warrior one. So you'll notice my arms, my biceps by the side of my ears, my palms are facing each other. I'm not tilting this way, I'm tilting forward, trying to keep the hips as far forward as I can. The back edge of the right foot is grounded. I'm not up, I'm not down. So this is quite comfortable for me. Everyone's going to look different. Everyone's going to feel different. So this is our warrior one. Let's take a big inhalation. Enjoy the pose. How does it feel? Where is the weight on your foot? Can you bend a little further into that front knee? You think about placing more weight on the back outer foot. Can we twist those hips a bit further? Are we arching through the lower back? Let's try and straighten ourselves up a bit here. Keeping ourselves nice and parallel. Sink one more time. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to open up into our warrior two. So the arms are going to swing out open. That right foot can probably come more parallel now as the hips come out and open up slightly. So you're going to feel an opening in the right hip here. We're going to deepen into that left knee, making sure the knee is not going over the toe. The arms are parallel, shoulders are back. We're not up here, we're down here. So let's relax. Feel the length all the way towards the fingertips. Feel as if someone's pulling you either way. Eye gaze is at the top of that left middle finger. Inhale. Exhale deeper. Where is all your weight going in your feet? Inside, outside, front, back. Try and center it out. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's windmill our arms. So the arms come down. We frame the foot. The right foot turns around, the left foot is going to join the right foot, and we're going to come into our chaturanga, knees, chest, chin if you want, coming forward, elbows into the side, untucking the feet, upward dog, pressing the heels of the hands up, opening through the chest, untucking the feet into our downward dog. Let's just take a big inhale here. Exhale. Taking that right foot up to the sky, bringing it close into the chest as we ripple forward. That right foot is planted next to the left. Left foot comes forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale. Inhale, forward fold, bend the knees, let's take it high. All the way up to the sky. Let's forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, forward fold. Let's take that left foot back. Nice and controlled, a slight angle. Trying to think about keeping the heels in alignment or the center of the foot, or slightly out if your balance is compromised. Bend into this right knee as we push into the heel of that right foot, and as we come all the way up and align ourselves, checking our alignment, Making sure the knees not over. Bringing the hips as far around as we can. Arms, biceps by the ears. Let's hold here. Can we sink a little bit deeper? Maybe we can go a little bit wider this time. Bringing those hips round. Inhale. Exhale. Think about your ribs here. You have a tendency to wing out through the ribs, which brings that curve in the back of the spine here. Just think about tucking everything in, tucking in the ribs, not flaring them out. Tucking them in, using the intercostal muscles of your abdominals. Let's take another inhale. Exhale. Oh, I'm gripping through my toes. Are you gripping through your toes? It's always nice just to sit and stay in the pose and think about everything. Let's take the arms out into our warrior two. Again, let's just realign ourselves here. Where's that back arm? Making sure it's not too high, it's not too low, it's not coming out. Just sink a little bit deeper here. Big inhale. Exhale. What's the abdominals doing? Let's just draw those abdominals in, tucking in here. Another inhale. Exhale deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Let's windmill those arms down to frame the foot, curling that left foot around, bringing the right foot to meet the left. Coming over into our chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin, whatever is available for you today. Coming up, elbows tucked in, opening at the front of the chest, shoulders are down. Coming back up into our downward dog. Right leg high, tucking it in all the way to the front. Left leg comes to join, forward fold. Halfway. Forward fold. Inhale, open high, reach to the sky. Fold to exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Hands are down. We've done the right leg and the left leg. Let's do the right leg again. Right leg comes back. Let's come into our warrior one, bending that front left leg, placing the weight into the heel, coming all the way up. Weight onto the outside of that back right foot, twisting ourselves round. Ribs are in. Ooh, let's enjoy the warrior one. Inhale. Can we reach any higher with the fingertips? Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to warrior two. So warrior two position. Can we sink lower? Can we make ourselves a bit wider this time? Now we're warming up a little bit. Imagine yourself being pulled. Elongate your spine. Imagine someone's pulling your head and pulling your fingers out. Inhale. Exhale. It's folding and windmilling over. Bringing the left leg to meet the right. Coming over into our plank. Chaturanga. Unfold. Upward dog. Pressing into the heels. Downward dog. Right leg comes forward. Left leg comes to join. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Let's take it up high. Let's take it low. Halfway lift. Forward fold, hands down on the floor. Left leg comes back. Right leg comes back. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. We skipped a bit there, so let's take the right leg forward. placing that left leg into our warrior one position, placing the weight into the right foot. So push ourselves up for our warrior one position. Can we lengthen all the way to the ceiling? Inhale. Exhale. Can we go that a little bit deeper? Inhale. Exhale to our warrior two. Can we go a little bit wider? Whatever is comfortable for you. Stretching out. Elbows down. Inhale. Exhale. Windmill, frame the foot. Let's bring that left leg all the way forward because we did our chaturanga already. Forward fold, halfway. Flat back. Forward fold. Bend the knees. Let's take it high. Bring the arms to heart center. So we're going to come into some balancing now. One of my favourite poses, so I hope I'm not going to fall over on this one. Many of you have probably heard of tree pose. There's lots of different variations for tree pose and many benefits for tree pose as well. One of the things that I love about tree pose, I love balancing. I love my balancing. I used to do gymnastics as a kid, so I guess that's probably why I love it, I don't know, but I also find that you have to put a lot of focus and attention on the balance, which for me helps with mindfulness and focus. You forget about everything else, just focus on your balancing. So as we're standing here, what you want you to do is just take your right leg up. We're not shifting the weight over to the left because what that does is it brings our hips out of balance. So we're going to make sure, first of all, let's just bring our toes up, place them down. Just taking our mind and where our weight is on our feet. Again, let's just rock forwards and back. We're in the middle. I want you to think about grounding through that left foot. We often refer to the left foot as a triangle. So the outer edge, the inner edge of the big toe, and the heel in a triangle, upside down triangle. So if you think about grounding through there, and underneath the middle of the foot is one of our mula bandhas, our bandhas, where our energy is stored. So think about rooting through that foot as we just lift the right foot. That's all it is, it's coming off the floor. Now there's lots of different variations that you can do here. If it's available to you, let's just place it gently on the inside of the ankle. Let's just stay here for a bit. I want to think about not necessarily locking that knee of the standing foot, but it needs to be grounded, it needs to be solid. So this is your core, this is your root, like a tree branching out. If it's available to you, you can move the foot as high as you want. Where you don't want it is on the knee. That's going to put your knee out of joint and cause you some injury. So for you, you can use your hand or you can just use your foot. I like to use my hand so I can get the heel of my foot right into the groin of my thigh. I'm wobbling around as I'm thinking about that triangle on my foot and trying to keep it nice and even. We don't want to be gripping through the toes either. So just try and think again. We've done quite a little bit of toe raises and lowers. Our feet are exceptionally important to us, which is another reason why I love yoga, because I've got bunions and things and it really does help. So yeah, just think about them rooting there. So as we're in this position, your hands can go wherever you want. If you're balancing, if you want to hold onto the wall, it's quite accessible for you to hold onto the wall while you're doing this movement. Whilst we're standing here, think about engaging the core. The core isn't just here, it's everywhere. So we're engaging our glutes in this position. So the left glute or the thigh, your hammy, your quad might start burning, your calf might start burning at this point as well. Mine's starting to feel a little bit of heat there. In our final tree pose, we take our arms up to the side with our palms facing forward. We can take our palms together. We can pistol our fingers if we want to. We can do whatever shape we want, whatever you're feeling like today. You can even do prayer mode, whatever mode you're feeling like. To progress from this, if you're already standing here and think, oh, this is really easy, you take your hands to the ceiling and close your eyes. And you'll notice, I can't close my eyes because I'll start wobbling like a tree. But the more you close your eyes, the better you get at your tree pose. So let's take our hands down into prayer and let's just gently take that foot down. Ooh, does anyone feel the burn? Because I did. Okay, grounding both of the feet, raising those toes, lowering the toes, raising the toes, lowering the toes. Think about engaging this right glute. We're not shifting the weight. All we're doing is we're just picking this foot up, placing it to the ankle, holding onto a wall if we need to, thinking about that triangle on our foot where the weight is being distributed, thinking about the center of that foot, energizing and rooting into the ground. We're engaging the glute, ribs aren't flaring out or forward, we're not hinging, we're nice and straight, engaging the lower abdominals. Can we take the left heel into the groin or wherever you want, as easy as for you. Let's take our hands into prayer. Let's take a big inhale. Exhale. Can we take our arms high? Inhale. Exhale. Can you close your eyes? That's the progression. Everyone's at a different space, at a different phase. There is no expert in yoga. There's always progression. I hear a lot of people saying, oh, I can't do yoga, I'm not flexible. Well, that's why you go to yoga, to get flexible, to get mobile, to get strong. Ooh, got the wobbles. Loosen those toes, raise those toes. They don't want to be tight. We're grounding through that triangle in the foot. You feel yourself wobbling, thinking about grounding yourself in the foot, engaging the abdominals, locking in the core. Ooh, we're wobbling. Let's come down into prayer. Big inhale. Exhale. Just taking that foot down, placing it next to the other. I'm going to take our feet a little bit wider here. When I first started doing yoga, it's probably about 11, 12 years ago now. I've not been able to do this pose for years and years and years, but I found it is the most beneficial pose that one of my teachers, Claire, thank you Claire, gave me the advice probably about 6 or 7 years ago. And it's kind of called the yogi pose, malasana, squat, whatever you want to call it. So we're just going to basically, I'm going to show you the end pose, which I never used to be able to do. So we're taking the feet as wide as you want. You can angle them out, you can bring them in, you can go wider, you can go narrower, you can even come, which is what I used to have to do. I used to be able to do this pose by bringing my heels up off the floor and coming into the pose here. It's whatever is available for you. You can even take some blocks or some books or some pillows and put them underneath your bottom, or you can put them underneath your heels. Wrap a towel, put your heels, whatever is possible. What we're doing here is we're opening up our hips. We're opening up the hip flexors, the hips, and very importantly, the lower back. So what we want to be looking for here is we don't want to be arching ourselves. We want to try and maintain a straight back in this position. So I'm just going to get myself into my position. So I'm getting myself nice and low. The bottom comes in, thinking about pressing those knees outwards and finding what's comfortable for you. That you can probably sit here for about 30, 40 seconds or so. So I'm pressing into those thighs and I'm actually getting a lovely stretch in the inside of my thighs. I'm also trying to think about elongating, lengthening the spine at the same time, not hunching, drawing those shoulders down. Big inhale, exhale. If you've got tight ankles and feet, which I do, which is why I couldn't do this, This will also inhibit you from this position, which is why it's so good to try and progress. I'd say it's probably taking me about a year to get to here. I was here before. But once you start getting into it, you're like, whoa, okay, this is really easy now. Let's take our left hand to the floor and our right hand, to the ceiling. Again, I'm not there yet. Go as far as I can. Again, take the right hand. Can we look up to the left? Oh, I'm gonna fall backwards. If you do, it's fine. And coming back. Can we give me a smile? Just enjoy the hips being open. Inhale, exhale. You can do this on a pillow or a block. Let's come up. Oh, pushing ourselves up. I'm going to do a nice little twist here. So I'm going to come onto the floor. I'm going to take, I love twists as well, twists and balances. That's why I love yoga. It feels so nice. Let's take our right leg roughly about bent towards the left knee. I'm going to take a big inhale, feel the lengthening of the spine, chin tucked in, left elbow outside of that right knee. This hand is going to go on the floor in the middle of your back so you can get nice and straight. As you do so, let's take the eye gaze to the back. You're going to be feeling a magnificent, luxurious, beautiful twist in the lower upper back. So nice. You take a big inhale here. You only take a little one because you're constricted, because you're twisting, so there's not as much lung space. Exhale as we come back round. Let's take the other one. Arm comes forward. Hand in the middle of the back, of the floor. Taking that big inhale. Woo. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're gonna just, depending on, again, your body size and shape. For me, I need to just, it's quite gross, pull my bottom out of the way. I've got quite a lot of bottom area. So pulling it out of the way so you're sitting on the sit bones. So you don't want to be sitting back. You want this out the way so that you're sitting on your sit bones. Legs are nice and long in front of you. Bringing the toes towards you if you can. So you're going to start feeling a bit of a stretch here. Again, everyone's different depending on your flexibility. All the way along the back of the legs. So you might feel it more in your calves, you might feel it more in your hammies, in your glutes, or in your back. What we're going to do here is we're just going to take a big inhalation to lengthen, almost like someone's pulling your head up towards the ceiling. Let's take a big inhale. As we exhale, I'm just going to walk the fingers down as we're folding ourselves forward. Folding ourselves forward, eye gaze towards the toes, coming as wherever is comfortable for you, so you can feel that stretch. If you need to take a little bit of a bend in the knee and it's comfortable to come down, that's fine. You can bring the head as far down as you want. What you want to be thinking about is lengthening through the back of those legs. You can come down as far as you want. You can use the leverage of your hands underneath your ankles to pull you down further if it's comfortable, only if it's something that you're used to doing. Another thing that we can do is we can bring our hands to the feet, using ourselves to pull ourselves forward and bringing the head towards the knees. Big inhalation, exhale. Can we bring the toes any further forward? It's available to you. You can also bring your fingers into a pistol grip. Big inhale, lengthening the spine and coming forward again. Lifting the heels off the floor. Again, only if it's flexible. It's taken me years to get to this point where I can lift my heels off the floor. My calves and my thighs are on the floor. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. We're going to come into a bridge. So I'm going to come onto our backs here, bringing our feet so that we can just touch the heels, all in alignment, knees, ankles, feet are in alignment. Adjust your hair bubble. Ooh, okay, that's lying nice and flat, arms are nice and long by the side. I'm just going to do some pelvic tilts backwards and forwards. So the pubic bone is going to come upwards like you're drinking a coffee cup, and then back again. Forwards and back again. Forwards and back again. As we come forwards and tip that coffee cup towards us, we're going to raise the buttocks off the floor. We're going to push through the heels and the feet as we raise ourselves up into our bridge position. Whilst we're here, this is available to you. You want to get a little bit more of a stretch. You can take your elbows, your shoulders underneath you. It's quite a weird move to explain. You can interlace your fingers underneath and bring in the shoulders underneath. As you do so, you can see that I've lifted higher. So using the glutes to lift yourself, getting a nice curve in the lumbar spine, a nice stretch, pressing evenly through both feet. Let's all take a big inhalation and exhale. Let's take one more. Enjoying the stretch in the lumbar, and exhale. Unlocking the arms, bringing the shoulders back round. And let's just place one vertebrae at a time, really slowly, like you're walking down the stairs. Just giving each vertebrae some love as you bring it down onto the mat and the tailbone goes heavy. Lengthen the legs out here. Let your feet flop out to the side. Give yourself a bit of a wobble and a shake to make sure you're comfortable. Close your eyes. Just wiggle your toes. Scrunch your toes up and then let them go and relax. Your toes are now relaxed. Give your ankles a bit of a shake. Your ankles are relaxed. Your toes and your ankles are relaxed. Your calves, you feel them heavy on the floor, are relaxed. Your legs, your thighs, let's just tense them, squeeze them, let go, relax. Your thighs are relaxed. Let's tense your glutes, let them go. Your glutes are now relaxed. If you're holding any tension in your legs, your feet, your toes, your calves, your thighs, relax. Your fingers, your hands are relaxed. Your arms, your forearms and your shoulders are relaxed. Your abdominals and your chest and your ribs and your lungs are relaxed. Your neck, think about your neck, place your energy in your neck and relax. Your jaw is relaxed. Your forehead, is your forehead relaxed? Relax your forehead. Your forehead is now relaxed. Your eyes, your eyelids are relaxed. You are now relaxed. Focus on your breath. Feel the breath in your nostrils coming in and out. Is the air warm? Is it cold? Is it hot? Are your lungs warming the air as you exhale through the nose? Inhale through the nose. Where is the air going? Is it going into your tummy? Is it going into your chest? Your next inhalation, think about the air filling your tummy and exhaling through the nostrils. Inhale into the tummy and sigh it out through the mouth. Do that again. Inhale into the tummy. Let the tummy expand. Take as much air as you can. Open the mouth and exhale. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale through the nose. Let the tummy expand. Open the mouth. Exhale. Inhale through the nostrils into the tummy. Let's wiggle our fingers and our toes and keep our eyes closed if we want to. Just bringing our knees in and rolling onto the side, whichever side is comfortable for you. Coming into our final cross-leg position, whatever is comfortable. Our hands come into prayer, into our heart center. As we remember this feeling of being nurtured and loved, think about giving that energy that you've got from today's practice to the people you meet and greet today, tomorrow, and the next day. Think about the calmness inside your body, inside your heart, inside your mind. They are one. We are all one together. Namaste.